Okay, the Lions could be making a big decision between Chase Young and Isaiah Simmons, and I'm going to tell you why. Some things may have changed. I read this. Ron Rivera actually said this a couple days ago, and I kind of glossed over it, but Mel Kiper, you could take it for a grain of salt from him, but I heard it from Ron Rivera that the Redskins could be taking the quarterback and may not be so sold on Chase Young. So let's talk about it. Be back. Mercy Sports Talk. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share video. I might be feeling Lion Live-ish tonight. I might be feeling dangerous to doing Lions Live, my Baker Mayfield voice. And contrary to some people believe about Baker Mayfield, I like Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield can really play at a high level, you know, just to say that. And what's going on with Baker Mayfield ain't his fault, per se. But that's another conversation. Check my other channel out, Goodfellas Sports TV, for more views on that right here on YouTube. But, yeah, you know, I heard Ron Rivera say it a couple days ago. He said that every day they are pretty much doing their due diligence on everybody in the draft. You know, quarterbacks, Chase Young and everybody else. And that might give the Lions a great decision to pick between Chase Young and Isaiah Simmons. And I'll get to that in a second, but to kind of talk about the Redskins a bit, I mean, when you in full rebuild mode, anything is on the table. People say, well, they just drafted Dwayne Haskins. Well, so did the Miami Dolphins the Arizona Cardinals just took Josh Rosen in the top, 15 or 12 or something like that. And they turned around and they took Kyler Murray, and look how that worked out. And they moved on from Rosen. But yeah, when the NFL draft is now slotted where you know exactly how much they making, and what happened was, to kind of bring up the CBA too, I'll talk a little bit about that at the end. What happened is the NFL convinced the veterans to take the money away from the rookies, because the rookies was making way more coming into the league than the veterans. And the NFL said, well, we're going to take this money from the rookies and give it to y'all, which the NFL took the money and didn't give it back to the veterans and put it back in their pockets. NFL owners are very, very selfish. And to be a billionaire, you got to be frugal and selfish. That's just and shrewd. And a lot of people don't have the mindset to be callous and shrewd, to be that person, to get that wealth, unless you inherit it. And so when you inherit that wealth, you still got to have that mindset to keep that wealth. Some people, it might go over some people's head. Some people older may understand it. But why I say that? To say it don't cost that much now. You can ride with 2 top 5 quarterbacks pay scale on your salary, because the salary cap is going up, and they not making as much as when Sam Bradford and Matthew Stafford came into the league. They was getting like money. They not getting what Calvin Johnson and Ndamukong Suh was getting as number 2 picks now. So it's not too far-fetched that, guess what? Dwayne Haskins, he go on next year. They evaluate him this year. He only started 1 year at Ohio State. And Ohio State fuck eyes, and that's what I call them, the fuck eyes from Ohio State. They don't produce good quarterbacks. Name me the last great, quarterback. Urban Meyers don't produce good quarterbacks. He had Cam Newton for a second, but he got kicked out of Florida. But, his system don't produce good quarterbacks. JT Barrett, Braxton Miller's flaked out as whatever receiver quarterback. Troy Smith, he had a solid career. Cardale Jones, not in the XFL. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, history tells you that, Dwayne Haskins not probably going to be that good. And they may evaluate him. And at the end of the day, it would be a lot of pressure on him going to next year, because Tua probably going to sit a year to get healthy, and Haskins going to have to go out there and produce. And if Haskins produces, then you could just trade Tua, and, you could turn him into an asset or assets. You can showcase him in preseason. You know what I'm saying? But if Haskins don't play well and he busts under pressure, they could just trade Dwayne Haskins somewhere else. If you can move Rosen, you can move Haskins. But, it's the jury's still out on Haskins. Good pocket quarterback, good arm, not a lot of experience, so he's going to continue to get better as a quarterback, but I don't think it's too far-fetched. And what people got to understand, the Redskins is in full rebuild mode. You know what I'm saying? They got Montez Sweat, Deron Payne, and Jonathan Allen out of Alabama, him and Payne, in their front line. Now they going to that 4-3 Ron Rivera style. If you put Chase Young on that line, that's nasty. They going to be able to do a lot in the back end. Ron Rivera don't spend money on the back end. It's a system. He get his own corners, and they do their job, and he got a Pacific safeties that he like. But he need that marquee linebacker like Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis in the middle of that defense. But you're not gonna rebuild the Redskins in one offseason. It takes multiple drafts to do it, so it really ain't setting you back if you do take Tua. You know what I'm saying? But it depends on if they believe in Dwayne Haskins. This is a new regime. So I can see a situation where they take Tua and let them battle it out, and I like it. Because they pretend like, shit, we just taking the best available talent, and we gonna let them battle it out. We not gonna be good this year, probably next year. We just gonna build it. We just gonna build it how we build it. You know what I'm saying? We just legitimately getting the best talent available. And that's the kind of mindset that the Lions have to have. You know what I'm saying? If you rate a quarterback the best talent available, and I understand the Lions, people saying, well, Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia got to win now. You can't rush the process in the NFL. If you rush, you try to throw something together, not only will they set this franchise back even worse, cap-wise, after cleaning up the cap, it really never works that way, especially when you go on free agents. You just got to draft well. And historically, Bob Quinn has been, I guess, average at drafting, if you want to be nice. But if that's the case, they take a quarterback or somebody trade up for a quarterback and your choices are Chase Young and Isaiah Simmons, well, y'all know which way I'm rolling. I'm taking Isaiah Simmons regardless. You know, unless something at the combine set him back, Isaiah Simmons got too much versatility. I like him as an NFL prospect better. Now, am I perfect? No. Chase Young might go out to be the truth. I'm not sold on Chase Young. He got a lot of high-low stats versus subpar competition. One thing I know that Chase Young do well is he rushed the passer, and that's great. That's the one thing you need to do. Other than have a quarterback, protect your quarterback, you know what I'm saying? The next best thing is to have a guy that can go get the quarterback. But with Simmons, he brings so many flavors to the table. You know, he brings so many different dimensions to the table. I mean, you talking about a guy that can cover tight ends, a guy that can cover nickel, can cover the nickel, cover the slot corner from the nickel. You talking about a guy that can rush the passer. You talking about the guy that's really good against the run. You know, you talking about a guy that can give you a little bit of safety play too. It's too much. Is he too versatile? He's gonna help you. He's gonna help you in multiple phases of defense. Where the Lions historically have struggled, well, not as recent, it hasn't been bad, covering linebacker, covering tight ends. So you telling me I can leave him on the field, I can leave a linebacker on the field, not drop off in the run game when they go out in 3 wides. And most teams, they stay in 3 wide receivers. That's their base offense now. And Simmons going to bring something to that team of speed. And he going to be able to, not only he going to bring speed, he going to bring coverage. You can line him up in the middle. He kind of reminds you of LT. People forget Lawrence Taylor, in my opinion, is the greatest football player to ever lace him up. Him and Jerry Rice, you put Barry Sanders in there. LT was all pro at outside linebacker. He was all pro at middle linebacker. And he's one of a few players in NFL history to be defensive MVP. So you give me a guy that can drop, that can rush, you know what I'm saying, and man up against receiver, man, it's a no-brainer. If he run well, he perform well at the combine, and you trust the tape, man, look here, man, I'm making him a promise. Like, hey, man, you ain't got to do a pro day. At 3, I like him way better than Chase Young. Chase Young going to be able to give you a pass rusher. That's it. Not saying that's the best thing. You get after the passer, that's the best thing. But Simmons going to provide them something with speed, not only rushing the passer, but he going to provide you with coverage in the back end. He going to provide you with a lot of versatility. Like I said before, man, it is a no-brainer for me. If I ain't going quarterback, I'm definitely going Simmons. He going to change life. He going to change life for everybody up front. I'm telling you, man. I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. And that's just my humble opinion. Okay? I like Simmons way better than Chase Young, and I've been saying it. You know, it is not no Ohio State fuck eyes hate. It's just on my eyes, I just ain't impressed with the kid. Chase Young like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see LT, I don't see, Von Miller, Khalil Mack, and I could be terribly wrong. You know, they said he rated higher than Nick and Joey Bosa. I don't see it. But if he is, so be it. We'll see. But it feel like with the Lions, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Whoever they pick gonna be the wrong pick. But also kind of talk about the CBA to close out. Devin Kennard voted yes against the CBA with the CBA, and Marquise Pouncey, if you ain't seen his rant, it was epic. It's a bad deal. I can tell you that right now. And Devin Kennard sound like he's a patriot. He's a Patriot way, a Martha Ford, a Bob Quinn tap dancing individual. You know, and it doesn't surprise me that Devin Kennard, right? Devin Kennard is one of the very few players that's voting this, putting the thumbs up. You crazy as hell. That's a bad deal, bro. If you're gonna play 17 games, I better be getting 50% of the share. Matter of fact, I want 50.5% of the share. I want the franchise tag gone. And then we can hash out. That's what they should be getting. You know what I'm saying? They talking about 48% of the share, and the NFL players don't get lifetime benefits. Okay? When you retire, your benefits is for you. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to worry about the franchise tag. They should abolish that. You know what I'm saying? And then you still only getting 48%. 48%. And all that is going against you. What these NFL owners are billionaires regardless. They are billionaires regardless. And they can't even give y'all 50% of the share and get rid of the franchise tag? We're not asking for an unlimited cap like Major League Baseball. If we can't get the franchise tag out of there and we can't get lifetime benefits, now if they add those two things in there, yeah, I take the deal. Throw the 17 game up in that motherfucker. Because I know I'm protected. And when Donald Trump became president, they went from a non-profit to a profit. Let that marinate like neck bone juice real quick. Devin Kennard is an idiot. He remind you of the classic Detroit Lion idiot. He better take that post down. That's a bad deal, bro. A horrible deal for the players to take, man. You can tell him I said it. He's an idiot. He's a company man. He's a tap dancer. No way, no how. But hey, Motor City Sports Talk. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, a video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal there. I might feel dangerous and do a Lions live tonight, maybe tomorrow. Hopefully you guys caught the Piston live last night. That was a really good conversation. You know, and they're in the state of, you know, rebuilding and trying to figure out, plug these guys here and there. But let me know what you guys think about the Redskins possibly doing getting a quarterback. I heard they not really thinking about moving down, but if the price is right in my trick voice, you really never know what can happen. But and then the Lions picking between a lot of you guys like Okuda, Simmons and Chase Young and the kid from South Carolina, Derek Brown from Auburn. Like I said, Simmons bring a lot of versatility, and if he check out, like I said, I don't see no prospect other than a quarterback that I'm taking over him. But hey, that's just my humble opinion. A lot of people on the Chase Young, Ohio State fuck out bandwagon. I don't like that guy. I don't think he that good, man. I could be wrong, but it is what it is. Let me know what you guys feel. Don't forget, once again, we on all social media. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. My email's in the description. If you want to, check in for a conversation, or you want to chop it up, a video request, you want to make a donation. You want to, make a donation, cash up there. But if you want to do a video request, a sponsorship, or business inquiry, we chop it up. But Twitter, email and Twitter is the quickest way to get in touch with me. Don't forget, check my other channel out, Goodfellas Sports TV, more sports, music, news, and entertainment. Y'all know what the business is. CJ Goodfellas, Motor City Sports Talk. We gone.